my rocket fuel?
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Rush in. Check 24. Watch 24.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
On second and 11 now. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Stafford. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you...
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On 2nd down, here's Murray. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 29.
That's a gain of 8.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check it back, check it back.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
What's the
First and goal at the 4-yard
Check
line.
out. Will. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You must be dreaming.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before before they work it across midfield.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 6-0 our score after one. The first down carry here for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford is complete to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Rotate. Pressure. Mike 40, Mike 40. All day, just like that. Just like that. Mike, go. Check. He's coming. Go. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
32. White. Hey, Zoo.
Second and 5 now. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Bravo.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So 2 missed field goals for him now. That's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Stafford now to throw. Complete to Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To the air again, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future, bright. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and go. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know the basics.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is...
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry on Johnson, 74 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, 73 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Here's Murray. Rolling to his right. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 50 at Stafford. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's McKisson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier are kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Murray escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain there of 21 yards. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a gain of 35. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Right here, right here.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, squeeze it, shut. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Let's go. Hey, Mike, put up.
First down, Murray. Open man, it's Kirk, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 7 yards away. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Hey. Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Stafford here. James has got it, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll go again with McKissick. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They snap it to Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes goes the wrong direction. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us.
And that's caught inside the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
Here we go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. To throw is Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Watch 41, watch 41.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the ship, watch the ship, watch the ship, watch the ship.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cardinals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.